Screen is visible, ma? Good evening, all of you. Screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, visible. Good evening.
Good evening. Today our topic is role of public administrations, especially how the economic will be that public administration, how helpful for our developing our economy. This is most important topic because the public administrations, it is the uh, act as a bridge between the government and the citizens. So every country's the public administration role is very much important to develop their economy level also. So today we have discussed about their what is the basic of public administration, how the public administration helpful for citizens. Okay, we can see one by one. First, what is public administration? Public administration is the implement of government policies and programs. It involves the management of public affairs by civil servant and administrative bodies. Simply says that it's act as a bridge between government and the citizens. So why the public administration is essential in any country? Because it's ensure public the policy execution made by political leaders. So that delivers essential services like health, education sector, even transportation. So maintain the law and order, then national security, especially to managing the disorder system. So that is also we need the public administration. Then supports democracy through fair elections, the transparent system, and citizen participation. So the three essential reasons the public administration is most important. The delivery essential of essential services. Second one is maintaining the law and order. Third one is support democracy. So, what is the relevance to economy development? In this public administration, how it's correlated to our economy development? First one is implement the welfare and economic policies like job schemes, subsidies, and industrial development plans. Another thing is it facilitates infrastructures creations such as road, power, and internet. Uh, the key for the business and the investment, na? So they felicitate the infrastructures creations. Another one is support entrepreneurship and easy of doing business through digital governance, licensing reforms, and single window systems. So these things are helps in poverty. Those who are having their cross the poverty line, and especially inclusive growth through direct benefits transferred and skill development programs. So example, the public administration play a very key role in rolling out digital India, which enable role it's which enable the rural area to access online banking, job portal, and government subsidies also, so boosting the economy activity. So these are the relevance is correlevant is there in that public administration as well as our economy development. So what is that functions of public administration? Normally, what is the duties of public administrative people? We can see first one is policy formulation and implementations. That is the most important function, because the works with elected leader to draft policy for national development, then implement policies at the ground level through various department, like water bodies, transportations. This is a essential electrical departments, the uh, electric department, everything comes under that, we can say that board or corporation. So that much of sector is most important to concentrate their public administration. So in that essential areas to implement that policies, example, new education policy 2020 was framed by the government, but public administration ensure it is introduced in schools and college level, right? So lot of new things introduced in that educational policy, especially it's motivated, they are uh, cross functional areas. Yes, interdisciplinary, especially new education policy 2020 encouraging the especially cross majors motivations, interdisciplinary. If simply says that it's motivate the interdisciplinaries, that things, these are the example, the policy making, the formation of policy helpful for our youngsters, I mean the schools and college students. So that much of things also, it's one of the functions of public administration, that is policy formulations. Second one is the regulation and control. You know that its control is most important. The control is nothing, we have set the some standard, then compare the actual, we having any deviation, we take that control, right? So the public administration functions also just to create the regulation as well as to monitor the control. That is, states set the rules and guidelines for industries, trades, environment, likewise. So ensure the compliance and quality control through inspection and monitoring. Example, the food safety and standard authority monitor the food hygiene in restaurant and packaged food also. We say that na FSI. So it's helpful for, that is food safety and standard authority, right? So it's helpful for to improve that quality as well as to maintain the hygienes of restaurant as well as packed food. Another one is the service delivery. It's providing their essential public service, such as healthcare, even education sector, even infrastructure sectors, even that healthcare hospitals, to giving their provide effective services na. So the government hospitals, the vaccination drives, that much of things, we want to provide effective services, that is the role of, that is the functions of public administrations. Another one is in that educational sectors, the public schools and universities, state universities, public universities, it's also comes under that public administration, because that much of services encourage the educators, right? So the encourage the public to increase their educational level. So another one is the infrastructures. Definitely the country infrastructures, the regional infrastructure is most important. No one, the individual we can't do, so definitely the public administration only want to do that. So that's why we can say that it is one of the functions of public administrations. Construct the road, then give that good water supply, then frequent electricity providing. So these are the things. Example, the construction of national highway or a running of public hospitals, like aims na. So these are the aims, that even the every, that way, every district having their headquarters of hospitals. So these are the services providing also one of the major functions of public administration. Another one is the revenue collection and budgeting. The collect tax and non-taxes revenues, income tax, GST, customs, etc. Then even previously I said one of the road constructions, that is also one of the functions of construction of national highways. It is the one of the major functions of public administration. So so automatically they are getting their toll, right? Toll amount. Yes, that is also the collection of tax and revenues. That is also one of the functions of public administration, because the income tax department ensure tax collection to fund fund for public services. So another function is law and order maintenance. The maintaining law and order ensure the internal security and public peace, especially for administrators, like especially police service, disaster response, and justice systems. So the police and disasters teams are managing the relief during the earthquake some of the times na. So even some floods, such a period, so that people are helping to the public. So the maintaining law and order one, also one of the major functions of public administration. So now the public administration major function is not only providing, formulation of policy. Definitely the policy want to be implement. Another thing is to make that regulations also the same wise we want to control the regulations also. Another thing is to providing best services to the some sectors, best services to the public. That is also one of the functions of public administration. Then apart from that, the revenue collection and budgeting, maintaining the law and order, also one of the major functions of public administration. Apart from that, lot of function is there, but these are the major essential functions of the public administration. Then that understanding their economic sorry, yes, economic development, that is also most important. That is that economic development is not just about ensuring more money, right? As a country, it's about improving the standard of living for all citizens. That is that major core. So it include sustainable growth, especially social equity, poverty reductions, and access to essential services like education and healthcare. That is also most important. So we can go for that. Economic development means the economic development refers to a sustained planned effort to improve the economic and social well-being of a country, people, right? So it focusing on creating job, improving infrastructures, ensuring their access to basic needs, especially reducing income inequalities, right? So these are the things are focusing. Then economic growth versus economic development, we can see that some of the aspects also most important here. If any country built more factories, yes, in growing purpose, but does not improve the wages, education, or healthcare development, is still incomplete, right? So what is that economic growth versus
I will
economic
agree.
development? That
I will-
is mainly increase the country output. That GDP, that is economic growth. But the
Exactly.
economic development means we improve the literacy rate, improve the health care, hygiene rate of the country, then poverty reductions. That is comes to economic development. Normally, economic growth focusing on quantity, right? How much produced. But economic development means quality. How the people live, how the people living standard should be increased. That is economic development. Economic growth means it is for short term measure, but economic development means it's long term measure. I mean, it's a we can say that it's a sustained process. So if any countries build more factories but does not improve the wages, education, previously I told the healthcare development is still incomplete, because the reason is the public administration not in the expected up to level. That is the meaning. Then, what is the key indicators of economic development? Normally, we having some key indicators, right? GDP, literacy rate, then poverty rate, then life expectancy, then unemployment rate. These are the things are indicating the key indicators of economic development. Then you know that the public administration, so now you are understand how what link between public administration as well as economic development, right? Before you understanding their economic development, so you get some ideas how the public administration relevant to the economic development, right? So here the economic development is not possible without strong institute and effective administration. So the public administration is the engine that convert government plans into the real world progress. So previously we can know that, right? The public administration, it's acting as a bridge between, yes, the citizens, right? So the government and citizens, so automatically that engine, it's helpful for convert the government plan into the real actual progress. So what is the role of efficient governance? The efficient governance ensure that public services are delivered smoothly, especially the resources are used widely, and corruption is minimized. That is the role of efficient governance. Another thing is it's promote the transparency and accountability, especially foster decision making, right? So example, the success of digital India was possible due to streamline the governance that connected banks, Aadhaar and mobile phone, right? We can agree, so this is that fast digital India, you know that everything is transparency, everything is accountability, as well as that foster decision making also, it's possible. So these are the things that is the example of efficient governance, one of the example. Second one is if you go for that impact of bureaucracy on development, that is it's responsible for executing policies, managing project, especially solving field level problems. That is, bureaucracy na it's proactive, especially trained and honest, can go for accredited development. That is the next level of development. A slow or corrupted democracy, on the other hand, create delays and distrust also. So, example, the district collectors, they play a crucial role. We know very well about that in executing the schemes, like even any schemes, yes, central government schemes or state government schemes or whatever may be, right? But he delayed means automatically he or she it's inactive, automatically it comes to failure, that plans not to be implemented that particular regions. So that is that impact of bureaucracy on development. Then next one is public sector management for inclusive growth. You know, public administration runs state owned enterprises, we can say na PSU, that is uh, public state owned enterprises, uh, and regulate sectors critical for development also. It's ensure growth reaches for rural and remote areas and underserved populations via targeted welfare schemes and subsidies, especially hilly areas like that, right? So why we are giving more important, more subsidies we are giving, especially for remote unreserved area, especially hilly stations, means it's promote the equity in access to healthcare, education, especially employment. So you know that schemes like Ujwala Yojana, right? It is the free LPG connections, and that Ayushman Bharat, it's a health insurance or managed by public administration to include low income families in development, right? Many of the families, they are now in India, many of the remote families, especially the rural background uh, peoples, or especially low income peoples, are getting benefits for free LPG connections, as well as that health insurance schemes of Ujwala Yojana, as well as Ayushman Bharat schemes. So these are the best schemes example in India to providing their effective services to these two sectors to their public. So the public administration connect the policy with people. It ensure that development is inclusive, fast and sustainable. So making it a key pillar for the nation's economic success. So next one is, what is that core area where public administration support development? Right, first one is infrastructure development. The public administration plans and execute major infrastructures project that from the backbone of the economy. We knows very well about that, right? So including building and maintaining roads, bridge, electricity networks, then water supply, especially transport systems. Example, projects like Bharat Mala, right? The highways and smart cities missions are managed through public administration at national and state levels. The next one is health and education. So, ensure access to affordable and quality education through government schools, college, especially skills development centers. So it manage public hospitals and health programs that keep the population healthy and productive. Here also having some good schemes, that is midday meal of school, yes, then national health missions, then Ayushman Bharat, or example, right, the health insurance, previously I said na. So are the examples of development through education, especially health governance. And then regulatory environment. It's maintaining a stable legal and a business framework through law, licensing, and enforcement. It's creating on environment of ease of doing business by simplifying permit, reducing red tab, and supportive many of the entrepreneurs also. Then that implementation of GST, even that labor reforms, also the for new business, right? So if you want to start the new business, we want to the GST number. So that much of regulations, it's helpful for regulating the environment. So it is one of that role of public administrations. Then welfare programs, that delivers program the aim of to reducing their poverty, provide their food security, then and also generate employment, even the target vernacular sections, like women's, farmers, and low income groups, right? So even that PM Kishan, then public distribution systems are run through public administration missionaries. So these are the things are just to be deliver that welfare programs. It's helpful for employ helpful for motivating their employment also in the rural areas. Then budgeting and tax systems, collect taxes to fund development through income tax, GST, customs, even toll, right? So prepare and managing their annual budgets to allocate money to sectors wise, like defense, educations, healthcare, etc. So another thing is promote then fiscal discipline and transparency also. Union budget planning, presented each year, very well, right? So is supported by extensive administrative data and input. So budget means we know that very well about that, it's a pre-planning. So the pre-planning helpful for we are creating their administrative data and input. So in this slide conclusion is public administration uh, touches every part of development, even road to school, right, from welfare to revenue. So its effective functioning ensure the economic growth is it's broad based, inclusive, and sustainable. So what is that role of Indian public administration in economic development, especially 5-year plans? The historical overview from 1951 to 2017. India implemented 5 years plan to guide economic development. So the public administration was responsible for executing these plans through central and state level departments. The focusing areas, even the agriculture, industries, health, education, transportations, electricity, likewise. So the green revolution during the third and fourth plan was made possible through coordinating public administrative efforts in irrigations, especially subsidies and technologies. The next one is that is that Niti Aayog, India's planning think tank. We can say no, there is a replace the planning commissions in 2015. That is act as a policy advisor and innovation hub. We can simply say that the flagship schemes and public administrative role here, it's provide guaranteed rural employment through local administrations. Some of the schemes are there. Even the digital India, digitalizing services like passport, even pay the taxes, get that subsidies, so implemented by the public department. So that scheme is helpful for us, for both business people as well as that individual also. The timing as well as the cost wise we saved. Yes. Then a startup India, promoting their entrepreneurship through simplified procedures and incentives. Even the PM Yojana schemes aim to build homes for all. Yes, that Yojana scheme helpful for India to build the own home for many peoples. That own houses is many major dream of many houses. I mean, many citizens. Still, the poverty line people, below poverty line people, uh, still getting some struggle. So that's why this schemes is very much helpful for them to get that own houses. So this is one of the role of public administration. So the public administrator implemented these schemes at the grassroots, from the registering beneficiaries to monitoring the process also. I mean the progress also. Then you know that during that COVID period, the pandemic responses, yes, the district administrative, especially the health officers, led emergency responses, ensured supply of oxygens, even the hospital beds, vaccines, then ration kits also. So it's managed vaccination drives, lockdown and enforcement, and digital tracking systems like COVID, right? We can download that vaccine certificate from that app itself. Another thing is we can get that appointment through app. So these are the things it's helpful for that time, helpful for every individual to avoiding their queue, to avoid some struggles also, right? So the massive vaccinations campaign were coordinated by local public health department, showing administrative capacity in crisis. We want to deny such a supportive what we are getting from government side, right? So that is government means it's a public administrative side. So conclusion of this slide, I'm just to here highlighted the India public administrative systems has played a fundamental role in shaping the country's economic journey, from 5-year plans to digital innovation and emergency management also. Its adaptability and reaching make it is a pillar of inclusive and sustainable development. So we can see that what is the challenges in public administration. That is While public administration play a key role in development, right? It also faces several challenges that affect efficiency, trust, and speed of service delivery also. That is, first one is bureaucratic delays, right? Sorry, that is, it's a slow decision making due to complex procedures, exclusive proper work, and rigid rules also. That is, delay in project approval and fund uh, disbursement can hinder development goals. So the infrastructure project often face hold up due to multiple approval from different departments. So the corruption and inefficiency also one of the challenges in public administration, because the misuse of public funds na, that is bribery, that the favoritism reduce effectiveness, so the resources may not reach the intended beneficiaries, right? So the example, the ghost beneficiaries in welfare schemes or inflated bills in public works. So that much of things, it's major challenges for public administration. Another one is the political interference. Yes, the always the political peoples or disturbance the public administrators, right? So the administrative decisions are often influenced by political leaders rather than public interest. Everything we knows that, right? So this can lead to uh, some bias, confusions in that appointments, then frequent transfers, and compromise the policy execution. So these are a major disturbance of public administrators. So this is one of the major challenges also. Example, transfer of honest officers who act against local political interest, right? So it's happened frequently still. Another thing is a lack of accountability and transparency also. The citizens of yes. Another thing is the lack of accountability and transparency. Please, please kindly unmute. Please kindly mute your systems. Students, kindly mute your systems. Yes. Some citizens often don't know how decisions are made or where fund go. Yes, I don't have to mute that others also. If having Adira, you having their options, please mute it. Another thing is the lack of accountability and transparency.
Is you coming from one side?
Emmanuel,
Hi, how are you?
I like it's very kind of cheap.
anybody's Emmanuel phone number do you have? Please inform to him. Yes, the lack of accountability and transparency, it's one of the major challenges of public administration, because weak monitoring and evolving systems make it
Ma'am,
hard
last point I am not
track
getting it, ma'am. Can you
performance
repeat it, ma'am?
or fix responsibility. Example, delay in RTI, right to inform na. So the response or poor audit report that go unacted upon, right? So here, these are the challenges must be addressed through administrative reforms, use of technology and strengthening ethical governance to make public administrations truly effective and citizen friendly.
But you know, if you open the legs, you can confidence makes it.
No one not having their
This thing
amenable
going through
numbers.
confidence. Only get me able to do that. Well, here we are on the upper part, and you are lying down there, all of that, it's a problem.
It's okay. I'm just to. Can I decline the classes? Okay, fine for you.
Ask every coach. If the team is struggling.
What about the other? Please unmute and share your opinion. At least you are not a problem to listen my classes. My voice is audible. It's useful for you means I'm just to continue my classes. Otherwise, I decline the classes. Please kindly share your opinion. Yes,
I'm
madam.
better.
Means I can't
But
understand. I just want to continue the classes. I want to decline the classes. Please. Because the taking without logic to taking their classes, it's not a matter, right?
yeah, now he's on mute.
Okay, thank you. Next one is reforms,
Ma'am, previous slide I can't
reforms
get it.
and sorry, previous lines. Once again, I want to explain.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What are the challenges uh, in public administrations? That is bureaucratic delays. That is slow decision making due to complex procedures, excessive paperwork and rigid rules. That is automatically one of the challenges in public administrations. So delay in project approval and fund disbursement can hinder development goals also. So the infrastructure project, you take one example, infrastructure project often face hold up due to multiple approval from different departments, right? So that is one of the challenge. Another one is corruption and inefficiency. You know very well about that. Many of the sectors, even now every sectors having their corruptions, so automatically the welfare of the schemes is affected. Few of them favoritism reduce the effectiveness also. So the resources may not reach the intended beneficiaries, right? For example, PM Yojana systems, just to especially go for below poverty line people, those who are really not possible to build the house, right, own house. But the many of the local political people interfere na, so automatically their relatives, their friends to get that benefits of that particular schemes. So this is one of the challenges in business administrations. Another one is political interference. That is the many of the political peoples or interfere na, so automatically the public interest is reduced rather than we are giving their importance, that is the public administrative people must to giving important to the political leaders. Otherwise they are facing many problems, even the transfer or something, right? So that is one of the challenges. Another one is the lack of accountability and transparency. The citizens often don't know, how decisions are made or where fund goes, everything, because everything is hide of some of the governments, right? Because that is also the public administration people face the problem. Even the deputy collectors not at all aware about how many how much amount of funds is just to be getting from the particular scheme, because that higher authority should be hired. The higher authority given that instructions, do what I say, don't to ask that everything in that budgets, then disbursement amount, every sector the superiors not to declare to their executive persons, right? Really the execution persons is face lot of problems. So that is one of the challenges in the public administrative peoples. Another thing, so these challenges na, so automatically we want to be addressed properly. So how we can address the properly? So the thing is the administrative reforms, then use proper technology and strengthening ethical governance, so to make public administration truly effective as well as that citizens friendly. Otherwise it's very difficult, right? I hope that this slide is helpful for you to again to explaining, right? Explanation. Second one is reforms and innovations in public administrations. That is to overcome the traditional challenges. India especially has introduced that reforms and innovations that aim to make public administration more transparent, efficient, and citizen centric. First one is e-governance and digital India. You know, the use of technology to deliver government services online faster, cheaper, as well as more transparent. So helps in reducing corruptions and improving access in rural and remote areas. The Aadhaar linked services, LPG subsidies. So automatically every customers to get that message through phone. So we can't to interrupt any corruptions, like, right? Another thing is the DigiLocker, even the some online portal for tax filing, education, etc. So the public people don't want to go for government office to for this purpose, the small service purpose along. That time, so the local people not access to get the uh, some corruption, some demanding also, right? Then RTA Act, that is we know that right to inform. It is enacted in 2005 in India to promote transparency and accountability. It's allow the citizen to seek information from government authorities regarding decisions, fund, and operations also. So the citizens can file RTI to know how funds are used in local government schools or roads. We can possible to know. Then decentralization and panchayat raj, right? That is that the power and it is one of the reforming system. The power and responsibilities are given to local self governments, right? That is panchayat and municipalities. So automatically encourage the local participation in development, especially improve efficiency and responsiveness. For example, one uh, some state in example in Maharashtra state, Yes, one person want to give that help to the one village is located in Tamil Nadu. Yes, you know that their responsibility, their bonding system is really less, right? Because that local people, that Tamil Nadu, especially the particular remote area people, one of them to act as a welfare officers means, so automatically the bonding systems, yes, the local panchayat and municipality cities, yes, the municipalities persons just to work in and around regions, right? So that bonding system is very much different, so it's automatically improve the efficiency and responsiveness also. So that's why the village deciding their own budget priorities like road or water supply through gram Grama Sabhas, right? So another thing is the public-private partnership. We can say that, triple P. That is public-private partnership. That is the government collaborate with private companies to deliver infrastructures and services. That is combined public accountability with private sector efficiency. Example, metro rail project in cities like Delhi and Mumbai, the hospital built under triple P model in states like Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh. So these reforms marks a modern shift in Indian public administration, aiming for grade spread, transparency, even good speed, innovation, especially citizen satisfaction. So essential for India's development goal. Uh, s- you know, uh, Here I'm just to giving their before I'm going that structure of this government structure, I'm just to giving one cases real example here. That Kerala health model, it's one of the case studies I'm just to here highlighted, because the Kerala has constantly ranked highest in health indicators in India. So the public administration focused on strong primary healthcare centers in Kerala state. So the high public investment in health then prevent some care and awareness programs also. So the result is low infant uh, morality, especially high life expectancy and effective COVID responses even in rural areas also. Another real world example I'm just to giving here for Delhi Metro project. That is one of the triple P success, public private partnership. One of India's most successful triple P means that is Delhi Metro project. It managed by Delhi Metro Rail Corporation with administrative support from the government and technical expertise from private sector. So here, uh, some highlight on time and within budget, reduced urban traffic and pollution also, even high public satisfaction and global recognitions. Then we are giving another one example also, Aadhaar. Yes, um, Uday, right? It is one of the app. It's that is the private apps helpful for. This is also one of the example of triple P success, public private partnership. Yes, the Uday just to be the public administrative just to be tie up with Uday, that is unique identification authority of India issues Aadhaar number to resident, right? So the Aadhaar enable the direct benefit to transfer of subordinate, some subsidies, even eKYC, everything is possible. Linking some social welfare to actual beneficiaries, even the that the 100 days employment systems in remote village areas. So automatically these are the successful schemes. It's triple P example. How the private just to be tie up with public, I mean the public administration tie up with private sectors, how the partnership should be success. Another thing is that one of the here I want to explain that government, that is, so what is that, we can say that now what is the public administration. Previously that 11 or 12 slides we can discuss about what is the role, what is the challenges, what is the functions, what are the reforms is needed, everything we can discuss, right? So how the public administration structure is involved in that country, especially in India. That is, that central government handle national level policy making and international affairs. Even the ministers, minister ministers like finance, railway, health are supported by some public administrative people, IAS officers, etc. Then constitutional and regulatory bodies ensure fair functions of administrations, like election commissions, then CAG audit, etc. Right? Then state governments, they're responsible for state specific implementation of central policies and their own state schemes also. Then district administrations led by district collectors and uh, some of the that law and order of magistrate development and emergency response. Then local self governments, that rural and urban, the we can say simply is the grassroots, right? The municipal corporations, council for towns and cities. As another thing is, in if you take that rural, that panchayat raj institutions like gram panchayat for villages. So these are the basic structures of public administrations. So I'm just to concluded for summary here. Public administration is the backbone of economic development, right? We don't have any other second opinion in this regard, right? So it connect government policies with real life outcomes. So from road to school, health to welfare, it plays a vital role in national building. Second one is the good governance drive economic prosperity. I mean, the economic perfectiveness. That is, the transparent, accountable, and efficient administration ensure growth reaches all sections of society. Strong institution support, especially for entrepreneurship, employment, and infrastructure development also. Then that reforms and innovations are most essential, because to meet changing needs, public administration must embrace technology, decentralization, and public private partnership also. The continued improvement in governance will ensure inclusive and sustainable development. So it's my final thought is the nation's success depends not just on policies but on the strength of the system that implement them. So that system is public administrations. Please, do you have any queries? Please ask me. Do you have any questions or doubts? Because the public administration, it is a bigger concept, right? It's just like a ocean. We want to know, it is a very basic thing I'm just to explaining here. Yes, today. But if you go for one by one, lot of things we just to be helpful for to increase the insights of our entire public administration of our government. Okay, suppose your your subject or your curriculum is enhanced that public administration means, we can discuss that next class. That future classes regarding their public administration. I hope that this sections it's little bit helpful for you to understand what is public administration, how the public administrations helpful for developing their our economy, right? You don't have any questions in your end, please leave the sessions. Thank you.
Thank thank you.
Thank you, madam.